Yeah. Hello. What's up, everyone?
हमने बात कर ली कि
Is
पोजीशन
there
पॉइंट्स
a
नहीं मिलते, एक
English
पॉइंट
stream?
मिल
Does
जाएगा आपको
anyone
अगर आप
know?
फिनिश लेते हैं।
And I need
अटैकिंग
to
अप्रोच अपनाना चाहिए
do
या
something
फिर
on the
आप इवेंट्स
YouTube,
के अंदर
so
जहां पर सिर्फ
it's on
पूरी
slow
मैचेस
mode right
खेलने
now on
वाले हैं।
YouTube, but I think it's a little bit too
थोड़ा सा
slow.
इधर उधर कैसे?
दो इवेंट मात्र केवल 2 मैचों का
So
यहाँ पे इवेंट
hold
होने वाला है
on.
मायावी। तो मुझे लगता है कि जितना
Let me
एग्रेसिव आप
adjust.
जा सकते हो उतना एग्रेसिव
Oh.
आपको जाना है, क्योंकि अगर आप पैसिव खेलने की कोशिश कर रहे हो और आप सबसे पहले गलती से भी एलिमिनेट हो गए, ये सेम चीज अटैकिंग में भी आता है कि गलती से अगर आप एलिमिनेट हो गए तो फिर आपको
There's no English stream?
पॉइंट नहीं मिलने वाले। फ्लैशेस आपके पास रहे तो बहुत अच्छी बात, अदरवाइज तो फिर सेकंड मैच में कोशिश करनी ही पड़ेगी। बट मुझे लगता है कि हमारे पास जो यहाँ पे टीम्स जुड़ी हुई हैं, खासकर अगर मैं कैस्ट्रो की बात करूँ, जिस तरीके से
Alright,
ऑडियंस
well,
उनको support कर
I
रही है,
only
जिस
speak
तरीके से
English and
उनके
Chinese. I don't
नाम
know
का
any
सलाम
Hindi,
हमें
so you
चैट
guys
पे
could
देखने को मिला है।
just
मुझे
watch
लगता है
me
गेम
for
भी
the
उनका बहुत ही ज़्यादा बेहतरीन होने वाला है।
English
मैं बस वेट कर रहा हूँ कि जब अपना पहला
stream, I
मैच
guess.
स्टार्ट होगा तब उनकी टीम किस तरीके से खेलने वाली है। सबसे बड़ी
And
चीज़
where
कि उनकी
is
टीम ड्रॉप कहाँ पे लेने वाली है, और खासकर श्रीमान लेजेंड के स्क्वाड की अगर हम बात करें तो हमने बहुत बार
how do
उनको देखा
I?
है मैचेस में खेलते
Oh, here
हुए,
we go.
और हमें भी पता है वो किस
Customization.
तरीके से खेलते हैं। अगर उनकी लाइव
Slow
स्ट्रीम किसी ने देखा
mode.
होगा,
Let's do
सभी को
slow
पता है कि
mode.
वो जब
3
ऑफिशियल मैचेस
seconds.
भी
There
होते
we
हैं
go.
तब वो किस तरीके से खेलना पसंद करते हैं।
ओके तो let's just
Alright,
see
now
यहाँ
you
पर
guys should be
हमारे
able to
साथ
chat a
कितनी
bit
देर में हमारा
faster.
मैच शुरू
You
होता है।
could
हम
spam a
तो
little
यहाँ
bit
पर
more.
freedom face off में
Slow
हमारे
mode is
players
set
यहाँ पर
at
आ
3
चुके हैं।
seconds
But guys, आप लोग
instead of
भी यहाँ
10.
पर participate कर सकते हैं। आपका इन गेम अपना मिशन अनलॉक करें, अपने रिवॉर्ड्स आप कलेक्ट करें। 20th अगस्त तक आप इंडिपेंडेंस डे के इवेंट्स खेल सकते हैं और अपने रिवॉर्ड्स पा सकते हैं।
मुझे स्वतंत्रता दिवस पे
Look how fast the chat's going.
याद आती है जो हमारी चैट है, जब तक हमारा मैच स्टार्ट नहीं हो रहा है तब तक मैं इस चीज के बारे में बात करना
I see so many
चाहूंगा, क्योंकि मुझे
Scout,
लगता है कि हमारी चैट
Soul,
में जनता है वो
Jonathan,
बहुत अभी
Hydra,
छोटी है, कम से कम बात करें तो
Mamba,
Scrims में जरूर होंगे। तो जब
Soul,
हम स्कूल
Scout,
जाया करते थे स्वतंत्रता दिवस के
Kratos,
टाइम पे, तो हमें 2 लड्डू दिए
Soul,
जाते थे,
Hydra,
और साथ में एक
Jonathan,
बनाना भी दिया
Mortal,
जाता था। तो हम लोग
Soul,
उसको लेते थे, प्रिंसिपल आते थे, कहते थे हम 2
iOS,
मिनट में आपको
iOS,
एक बड़ा
iOS,
सा भाषण देंगे और वो 2 मिनट
Castro,
2 घंटे में तब्दील हो जाता था, पता नहीं चलता था।
Dynamic,
तो मुझे लगता है कि जो आज हमारी
Jonathan,
ऑडियंस आई है, मैं आपसे
iOS,
जरूर जानना
Soul,
चाहूंगा कि क्या
India,
आज के दिन पे आज
iOS,
आप लोग कहीं गए इस
iOS,
तरीके से जहाँ पे आपने भाषण सुना हो, और सुनना अच्छी भी बात है, बड़ी अच्छी
Soul,
सीख
Mortal,
आपको मिलती है, और प्लस वो जो 2 लड्डू होते हैं मुझे लगता है
Jonathan.
enough होते हैं। So, ये एक्सपीरियंस हम लोगों ने तो किया ही है, बट जो हमारी चैट है मैं उनसे जानना चाहूंगा कि आज के दिन पे वो कहीं गए, उन्होंने ये चीज करी। मुझे लगता है
Happy
आपके पास भी,
Independence Day. Yeah,
ये
happy
story तो
Independence
होगी,
Day
मैं
to all my Indian
I
fans
think
out
मेरे
there.
पास लड्डू वाली तो खैर स्टोरी नहीं है, बट हाँ हमारी कम्युनिटी में फ्लैग होस्टिंग सेरेमनी हुआ करती थी, जो कि अभी यहाँ पर मुंबई में भी मैंने देखा। आई वाज क्रॉसिंग द रोड एंड यहाँ से मुझे ये फ्लैग भी मिला बिल्कुल वहाँ पर सामने।
You will see a lot of dole. It's a music instrument. People use it to troll Soul. Oh, okay.
That was a proud moment. I think वो जो vibe वहाँ से मिली मुझे, वहीं से मेरी दिन की शुरुआत हुई।
Sandhawk is an FPP. Following some FPP in an official tournament. Oh, okay.
For a very decent start to have. Meanwhile, मैं chat section से यहाँ पर एक बार चाहूँगा
No
कि
one
guys,
can
आज
defeat
Independence
iOS.
Day है,
iOS
आज
is
इंडिया
best.
का दिन है, तो एक बार chat section के अंदर जय हिंद, भारत माता की जय और इंडिया ओपी आप बिल्कुल से कर सकते हैं। हार्ट स्पैम करें और मेक श्योर कि आप
So,
हो सकते हैं। Orange, white,
sorry if I'm wrong,
मुझे
but
लगता है कि
I
उसके
think
बाद
I'm
बहुत
right.
ज्यादा होंगे, क्योंकि आजकल मुझे लगता है स्लोगन
But,
अपनी बातों को आगे रख
It was Britain, right? It
शायराना
was
अंदाज
Britain
लोग
that
लेके आते हैं
occupied
और उसमें
India,
बातचीत करने की कोशिश करते हैं, वो देख के मुझे कुछ ज्यादा
right?
अच्छा
And then it
लगता
was
है। But
also
खैर, ये तो
Britain that
बात रही
controlled
स्वतंत्रता दिवस की। अब
the
बात करेंगे
United
थोड़ी सी अपनी
States.
जो टीम्स हैं उनके बारे में। अगर हम
So happy Independence Day
आप
to
भारत के
India.
स्क्वाड की अगर हम बात करें तो वो पहले भी जिस स्क्वाड के साथ अब भी खेल रहे हैं, उस स्क्वाड के साथ
Happy
पहले भी
Independence
खेल
Day
चुके
to
हैं। मुझे
India.
लगता है कि अब
Free
वो
from
synergy
British
की जो problem
control.
हुआ करती थी, जो लोग कहते थे कि
Just
हाँ,
like
ठीक
the
है,
US.
टीम है और नया लीड कर रहे हैं। वैसे भी सभी को पता है कि 2 मैचेस के इवेंट में कुछ खास आप कर नहीं सकते, बट हाँ,
That is
फिर
one
भी
thing we
अगर हम
share in
बात करें यहाँ
common.
पे पंक एंड बाकी सेंसे,
We
खातर,
both
ये सारे पहले भी खेल चुके हैं,
freed
एक बार फिर से
ourselves
same
from
squad के
Britain.
साथ वो खेलने वाले हैं। तो क्या लगता है माया अभी आपको कि इस बार जो पिछली बार कमी रह गई थी, इस बार पूरी होनी है?
I believe I heard it was the
मैं हमेशा से कहता
75th,
हूँ कि
75th year,
सेंसी और पंक,
75th
कृष्णा
anniversary
जी की जोड़ी,
of
जिस
Freedom
तरीके से
Day.
कृष्ण भगवान अपने रथ पर बैठ के पूरा
Britain
time
was
through
the
देते
culprit
थे,
all the
जो
time.
calls देते थे ना कि यहाँ finishes निकालो,
Christopher
यहाँ पर आप attack कर
Columbus
सकते हो, तो
OP.
बिल्कुल कुछ इसी तरह सेंसी लीड करते हैं वहाँ पर अपनी टीम को, बिल्कुल ड्राइव करते हैं प्रॉपर्ली और बिल्कुल on
Which
point
team are you
calls देते हैं।
supporting?
पंक को वो platform
Let's look
set
at the
कर
team
सकते
list
हैं,
real quick.
जहाँ पर वो अटैक कर सकते हैं, जहाँ पर वो बढ़िया फिनिश पॉइंट्स निकालकर बड़े रिजल्ट्स में उन मैचेस को कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं।
जी बिल्कुल। और 2-3 स्क्वाड और भी हमारे साथ हैं। जैसा मैंने आपको पहले भी बोला, हम ऑडियंस को एक बार फिर से बता दें कि 2-3 स्क्वाड ऐसी भी हैं जो
So we got
प्रॉपर
4, 8, 12,
ई-स्पोर्ट्स
16
लाइनअप है,
teams.
जिसमें आती है टीम जॉनाथन की
While we're
स्क्वाड,
waiting.
स्काउट की स्क्वाड, खासकर ये
Let's
दो
look
बड़े
through the
दिग्गज टीम्स
list.
जिनको ऑडियंस जरूर एक बार फिर से लड़ते हुए देखना चाहेगी। देखते
So
हुए
this
कब
is
तक
a
ये
mix
फाइट है वो हमें देखने को मिल
of
जाएगी। बट
professional
मुझे लगता है
teams
इरान
and
में थोड़ा सा वक्त एक बार के लिए
streamers.
लग सकता है, बट सैनहॉक मुझे लगता है बहुत ज्यादा जल्दी इन दोनों जो टीम्स हैं उनकी फाइट हमें एक बार के लिए
Team
देखने को मिल
Scout
सकती है।
is basically Seoul.
काफी आसपास इन दोनों का हमें ड्रॉप लोकेशन देखने को मिलता है, बट हाँ कम से कम इरांगल थोड़ा टाइम रहेगा।
I don't know. Last time
और
IND
भी
absolutely
teams
dominated,
जा जरूर
right?
सकती हैं,
IND
क्योंकि जैसा
dominated
आपने
the
पहले
launch
भी बात करी
tournament.
कि
Like,
कुछ ऐसे प्लेयर्स हैं जो अब लीड करेंगे एक
what was that
नई टीम को, या फिर
tournament
कह सकते हैं
called?
कि एक पुरानी
They
टीम है,
absolutely-
जो कि lead की जाएगी किसी एक नए प्लेयर के द्वारा, किसी एक नए इन्फ्लुएंसर्स के द्वारा। तो वो चीज़
Launch
हमें
party
ज़्यादा अच्छी लगेगी।
tournament.
दूसरी चीज़ है पैराडॉक्स की जो स्क्वाड है, सॉरी ऑनकोर की जो स्क्वाड है, वो भी हमें देखने में
Liquidpedia.
ज़्यादा मजा आएगा, क्योंकि वो भी प्रॉपर एक ई स्पोर्ट्स की लाइनअप है।
मैं तो एक्साइटेड हूँ। स्काउट
They absolutely dominated. Yeah, Snacks. IND, 120 points, bro. Second place was only 63.
किसकी टीम से कौन से प्लेयर्स खेल रहे हैं। तो पायल गेम
Team IND absolutely dominated.
पर आपको मिलेंगे गिल, आदित्य, डेस्ट्रो और वेक्सी। अगर आप टीम स्काउट की बात
What are your expectations from this tournament? Yo, thank you for the dono. So I don't watch any of the scrims in between from one tournament to another. And I think honestly, I think, and this is something from that I've learned from experience, okay guys. For all the fans that follow competitive Battlegrounds Mobile India, and just PUBG Mobile in general, scrims don't really show how good a team will be when an actual tournament happens. Scrims are supposed to be for learning and practicing. So once you get something good down in scrims and you start doing well, you don't want to just keep only doing that, because then you're only practicing one thing and you won't be able to learn or get better in different ways. From my competitive experience, every time a team has done well in scrims for a tournament, right? Like my team, or not my team, Fate's team, when I was on Execute, we were first place in scrims. Blue Bees was like second place in scrims. And both of us didn't even make top 16 to make it into the finals. And same from playing from North America when I played in various scrims in North America. Like it's just, scrims is for practicing and making mistakes. And that goes for other games too. I've been seeing a lot of people start posting from different games like Valorant and other games. Like people are saying like scrims are supposed to be for you to mess up and improve. Scrims are not supposed to be for you to practice one strategy, and once that strategy is good, you keep only doing that one strategy. So anyways, my point is, I don't watch any scrims. I only watch the tournaments from India. So regardless if teams are doing well in scrims, it might not necessarily mean they will do well in this tournament, right? So based on just the last tournament, my expectations for who's going to do well is Team IND. Because the last launch tournament, Team IND, like, they completely just owned. Team IND just completely owned. Like, so easy.
If I were to ask, I say no. अगर IND को जीतना है,
so for me, I'm gonna say Team IND. I'm expecting Team IND to make top 3.
रोटेशन है, मुझे लगता है कि वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा बेहतरीन है। अगर जैसा आपने कहा कि सर्कल अगर दूर बनता है, मुझे अभी भी मैचेस उनके याद है जिस तरीके से नॉर्दर्न साइड पे
This time Team IND will not perform well. Why is that? So okay, everyone in the chat, start telling me about what I have missed from the launch tournament till now. And I guess most of it's going to be scrims, right? But let me know in the chat. And no trolling, please. Don't give me troll information. Yo, what up, Coops.
जाए और टीम आईडी को वहां पे चैलेंज जरूर करे, बट टीम आईडी से ज्यादा बेहतर मिलिट्री बेस को मुझे
Nothing,
लगता है
only
कोई और जान
scrims.
सकता है, जिस तरीके से वो लोग अभी तक खेलते
Okay,
हुए आए हैं। मुझे लगता है
can you stop
military base से,
spamming me,
पूरा
hacker?
military base टीम आईडी से ज्यादा बेहतर और कोई जान
Just
नहीं
local
सकता, तो
tournaments?
फिर मुझे नहीं लगता कि इतना उनके
Team,
लिए
yeah, I've been hearing Jonathan has been playing really well in
बात
scrims
करें
though.
तो टोटल आज बहुत ही ज्यादा
Before
action
this
packed
tournament, I think Jonathan was also supposed to be like
अच्छी चीजें
his
भी
team
हमें
was supposed to
देखने
do
को
really
मिलने
well
वाली हैं,
too.
क्योंकि प्लान फाइट, टेस्ट फाइट हम लोग ऑलरेडी बात कर चुके हैं, ये दो मैच बहुत ही ज्यादा मजेदार होने वाले हैं।
बिल्कुल, अब आईएनडी की बात कर ली हमने, एक ऐसी टीम जो सदर्न साइड से जाती है। नो रिप्लॉय पर आपको मेरे ख्याल से टीम एनकोर मिल जाएगी। टीम घातक की अगर आप बात करें तो वो आपको जरूर से मेल्टा की साइड पर मिल जाएंगी।
Jonathan's doing really well in scrims. 27 kills in scrims. They got 2 times 27 kills, one with chicken dinner and one with number 2. Okay. They are pretty inconsistent. Who's pretty inconsistent? Team IND? Or Team Tap Tap has Jonathan, but the rest 3 are not less either. Okay. Alright. We'll see what happens. So, just like Battlegrounds mobile launch tournament, for Freedom Face-Off, this is a tournament. The results have more. The results are more accurate on how good teams are than scrims, but this is still not a official esports tournament, right? We have. Oh, sorry. We have we don't have exactly a lobby full of esports teams, right? Like Payao, Destro, Gil. Oh, never mind. These 4 players are all these 4 players are pro. Destro, Gil, Vex, and Adida. Okay. How many of these teams are full lineup of pro players that is going to be competing in that wants to compete professionally? Out of these 16 teams, how many of these teams are 4 players that is all professional? Jonathan, Cronton. Actually, it's Cronton's teams. Yeah, IND.
बिल्कुल गाइस, आप
Payao.
इस टीम को लाइक कर सकते हैं, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो वो भी आप जरूर से कर सकते हैं। और
12, someone said 12. Everyone except 2 teams.
आप लोग अपनी प्रेडिक्शंस दे ही रहे हैं। साथ ही साथ लेट्स जस्ट सी हमारा मैच,
Except 2 teams, everyone are tier 1 teams. Majority of the team are professional. Okay. Okay, so that means this is more of a okay. That means whatever happens in this tournament, it's gonna be pretty. All right, cool. So this is more. Payao is a streamer. Yes, I know who Payao is, but I looked at her lineup. Her lineup has 4 pro players. Unless if she's playing, then she's only playing with like 3 pro players, right? But anyways, the results from this tournament are going to be pretty accurate, in my opinion, of how good teams actually are in India, like against each other, right? Like from a pro standpoint, because if 14 out of 16 of these teams are tier 1 professional teams, then this should be fun to watch. Oh, Payao is playing. So Payao's playing with 3 other pros. Okay, so it's not a full pro team.
मुझे लगता है कि यहाँ एक स्क्वाड मिसिंग जरूर है, या फिर कोई एक प्लेयर जो मिसिंग दिखाई जरूर देगा।
बिल्कुल कह सकते हैं, शायद टीम स्काउट यहाँ पर मुझे यहाँ पर उतनी ज्यादा विजिबल नहीं आ पा रही है। जरूर से पाया। Okay, and this is 16 teams unlike 18 teams last time in the launch tournament. So this is more competitive than the launch tournament, right? Nova team is under the same branch, a PUBG. Jonathan's name is, what does that mean? Aladdin first knocked. Why is there no game sound? Oh, there is game sound.
The casters are just very loud.
having them at slot number 7, तो let's just see school apartments पे इन्हें कितनी बढ़िया लूट मिल पाती है।
जी बिल्कुल, टीएसएम एफटीएक्स के साथ स्काउट खेलते हुए नजर आ जरूर रहे हैं। अच्छी खासी लूट कम से कम यहाँ पे मिल सकती है।
Payouts team is Orange Rock. Oh, okay. Yeah, I recognize the names. Yeah, I saw the names on Payouts team. I was like, wait, that's a full pro lineup. Except Payouts playing though, because she's the streamer.
वहीं पे जोन गया हुआ, और जिस चीज की हम लोग पहले बात कर रहे थे कि आजकल बैटलग्राउंड्स मोबाइल इंडिया में सदर्न जोन बहुत ज्यादा बन रहा है मायावी, और एक बार फिर से वही चीज हमें देखने को मिल रही है। साउथ ईस्टर्न इलाका एक बार फिर से बहुत ज्यादा क्राउडेड होने वाला है। बट पायल की स्क्वाड की बात करें, इस वक्त वाटर सिटी पे कोई उनको कंटेस्ट करने के लिए है नहीं। डेस्ट्रो, आदित्य, चिल और साथ में पायल आराम से लूट करते हुए दिखेंगे।
बिल्कुल, यहाँ पर इजीली इनको लूट मिल जाएगी, कोई ऐसा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। अर्ली इन द मैच मिलने वाला है, काफी इजी रहेगा यहाँ से लूट करना, और रोटेशन करना भी मैं कहूंगा उतना ज्यादा मुश्किल नहीं रहेगा, बिकॉज आप पहले सर्कल के अंदर ही हैं। कॉर्नर्स पर खेलना चाहे तो
Baspam, PR equals Sean equals love from childhood. Name means childhood love. Okay. Is a viral song by a small kid. Oh wow, dude, UMP is OP. That was a nice knock. Silent Disha is scout. Okay. Silent Disha is scout. Baspan ka. I can't read that. Eagle is Jonathan. Love from childhood. Okay. Wow, this team is confident. Well, is it a 1v1 now? Oh, he just... Yeah. He just ran right into the... Wow, 4 kills. They only lost 1 player. That's pretty good. Want you to analyze everything? I'll try to analyze stuff. So what team? Oh, that was a streamer team. Oh, okay. Was once considered most aggressive team after team, but they choked in PMPL. Now they are back with their previous form. Okay, so this is a pro team that just wiped the streamer team. Okay. Alright, I was gonna say, like, dang, they finished that fight so quickly. They knew it was a streamer team, right? When they got the knock, I'm guessing. They saw the names and knew it was a streamer team. Yes, I'll be streaming Huya Cup today also. Where can we next see Nova XQF against global teams? Against global teams, probably like PMGC will be the next time. Only Jonathan's team is playing with all 4 pros. Isn't Scout's team all 4 pros too? There's a few teams with all 4 pros. Oh, Clutch God down. So this is Jonathan's team. I feel like the Indian teams have improved. From what I remember, watching Battlegrounds Mobile Launch in tournament and this. I feel like the Indian teams have. Yeah. I'm noticing like more. I'm noticing like. I'll explain in a second after this fight finishes. They're using pre-nades, they're using smokes to peek certain angles. There's Jonathan on the right-hand side. Oh. 1v2? 1v1? Was that two pro teams fighting? Nova's invited for the finals, I'm pretty sure, of PMGC, because they won last year. That was two pro teams? That was a good fight. That was a really good fight. So, that fight happened very fast. There was multiple angles and multiple, like, different engagements from different pairs. It wasn't like a straight-on 4v4 in one building. And each time the camera changed to a different player, they were all like, none of them were just sitting still, like really camping. Like they were actively trying to do things to kill the other enemy team or get a better angle or position. I saw pre-nades being used both times when they show the person with a grenade. Jonathan got a really nice knock onto the guy behind the rock by using his smokes. He used smokes to peek out, but he peeked in between the smokes, and the guy wasn't ready for that, which was pretty nice by Jonathan. It was a 2v1, and the guy was behind a rock, and Jonathan used his smokes there. And multiple players had to do like their own 1v1s while fighting. And another good thing is, I mean, it's not good for Jonathan's team, but they wiped the other team, but it was a very close fight, and they lost all three players. But in a fight like that, you're expected to lose players. Because that was a fight where it was like multiple 1v1s, 1v2s, 2v1s, back and forth really quickly. Neo's the best close-range player in India. Isn't Jonathan the best close-range player in India? Who do you think will win Huya Cup? Ooh, I feel like NVK1 is going to win Huya Cup. Neo's best entry fragger, number 3 close range. Jonathan is best close range there. Both are pretty good. Okay. Neo's entry fragger. Okay. So in the, by the way, for the Huya tournament, the NVK1, it's a streamer team. The Huya Cup is a streamer tournament, so that's why they're like NVK1. Just like how here, Soul's team is called Team Scout, right? But they have the same players. So Nova Nova, the Nova team didn't change to MVK1. It's just for the tournament. It's just for the Huya Cup because it's like a streamer tournament. By the way, if you guys are interested in watching Chinese teams play, which by the way, we can all agree, right? I think the majority of India can also agree with me here. I know India has a lot of different views, especially Indian fans. But I think generally everyone in India, tell me if I'm wrong, everyone in the world can agree Chinese teams are the best teams right now, right? But yeah, I'll be viewer partying the last day of a Chinese streamer tournament. It's kind of a similar tournament like this. It will start and it'll start in 3 hours. So pretty much after this tournament is done, I'll be viewer partying the Chinese tournament. Yes, yes, no doubt Chinese the best. Okay. So in general, even everyone in India, right, would agree Chinese teams are the best right now. I know my viewers are pretty educated. I know my viewers are very smart. So shout outs to you guys. But in general, in the India scene, right, because India is huge. India has so many people that watch the game. Okay, we've got another fight coming up here. I didn't see how this fight started out, so I can't really say which team messed up or if any team really messed up. It seems like 8-Bit, though, played very aggressive and just swarmed this position. And the other team was just caught off guard. Do I know about I8 Crypto? No, I don't. Oh.
In America. I was created by artificial intelligence.
What is happening?
From faces of the 1 in 7 American children.
Where is this coming from? Okay, it's an ad. It was an ad playing on Liquipedia. This tournament looks a lot more competitive than the launch tournament. It looks a lot more competitive. That means there will be 3 teams from China. I'm pretty sure Nova got an invitation, right? I might be wrong, but I was just thinking India would get, or not India, Nova would get an invitation because they've always invited the champion from the previous tournament to play. So position wise, the India team's a little bit more grouped up. Oh, actually Circle's about to change, but so maybe that's why they're grouped up. They're getting ready to leave. All right. So this circle is going to end around prison/shelter. Hydra's in a really good position here. They have a lot of control and options from the high ground here to play the rest of the circle pretty much. Here's IND, the team that absolutely dominated the last tournament.
पर आ सकता है. Now this is a critical, this is a problematic situation for team Snacks if I'm not wrong. On board की टीम से बहुत aggressive push यहाँ पर आता हुआ. शायद यहाँ पर एक grenade काम कर जाता, but नहीं. Random predicted fires are on point. Encore is looking at shot for the taste point. यहाँ पर कर चुके हैं. Slayer goes down. दलजीत और आदित्य जरूर से बचे हुए, but predicted smokes के बीच में damage देने की जो strategy है, Encore निकाल कर जा रहे हैं. Point के कम आती हुई Snacks की body expose हो जाती है. Encore एक और drop निकाल देती है. Paradox of guard angle पर, and this journey for the very
That was good, really good aggression. They got 2 knocks in the beginning of the fight, but that aggression was really good.
बात कर रहा था, हम हमेशा देखते हैं प्रिजन के साइड पे अगर कोई थर्ड पार्टी होती है और किसी ने रश करा है तो मुश्किल हो जाता है बचना. मुझे लगता है नामुमकिन सा ही होता है कि वहां से कोई टीम निकल के जाए, क्योंकि एक तो लो रिच पे हो और हाई रिच से अगर आपके पास नेट्स आते हैं तो वैसे भी बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल हो जाती है. बट इसी बीच मुझे लगता है कि 8 मिनट माम्बा की जो स्क्वाड थी वो यहाँ पे एलिमिनेट जरूर हुई है, बट नोवा जाते जाते उन्होंने माम्बा को जरूर यहाँ पे फिनिश किया. माम्बा और
Steelix Crypto. Okay.
एक फाइट हुई जरूर थी और वो खत्म भी हो गई. मात्र 11 टीमें 35 प्लेयर्स ऑफ द लाइव.
Yeah, I know Snacks is like the best DP user in India, right?
जरूर, बट कुछ क्षणों में मुझे लगता है कि टीम कनिका की वापस से इनकी भिड़ंत होने वाली है. देखते हैं कब तक वो फाइट.
Okay, hey, Harry, you don't have to spam, bro. Please don't spam.
दो फिनिशेस भी उन्होंने निकाले, बट पांचवा सर्कल अगर उनके खेमे में आया तो अच्छी बात, नहीं तो मुश्किल बहुत ज्यादा. बट मैं देख सकता हूं कि नियो अभी तक उन्होंने अपनी टीम को जिंदा रख रखा है.
बिल्कुल. अब आप कह सकते हैं ना कि आपको विसिनिटी में टीम पायल भी दिखने लगी है, तो एक अच्छा एरिया उनके पास भी आ चुका है. स्पॉट किया यहाँ पर ओपन में रको एंड ब्यूटी क्रॉन्टन. यो ब्यूटी क्या बढ़िया मिड रेंज का यहाँ पर स्प्रे था. अपनी ही पुराने टीम के खिलाड़ी वैल को यहाँ पर डाउन कर दिया. आई थिंक राइट उजुमा की आपके जिस तरीके से वैसे आप बता रहे हैं, आपके भारतीय काउंटरर अकेले बचे यहाँ पर काफी क्रूशल रहेगा उनका रिवाइवल देना, और एक सैंडविच सिचुएशन बन गई है. उधर से एसिड की टीम से जो पायल की जो स्लॉट है वहां से आदित्य भी उन्हें बहुत अच्छा डैमेज दे सकते हैं. मीनवाइल जोन की शिफ्ट की अगर आप बात करें तो मेरे हिसाब से ये एक सेंट्रल शिफ्ट हो सकता है, बट नहीं यहाँ पर बेसी ये हल्का सा नॉर्दर्न एरिया की तरफ चला गया है.
नियो को कितना ज्यादा फेवर कर रहा है ये सर्कल कि आप
I feel like this Hydra team over here could be doing more in that previous circle. They could be in a safe spot to knock players and get kills. Now with this circle shift, because they were just waiting for the circle, now they have a lot of teams in front of them that they didn't hurt yet or really get information on. So now their rotation is going to be a little bit more difficult. They could have taken advantage of that position that I was talking about earlier. I was like, this Hydra team's in a really good spot, but they stayed there and didn't really. They played it too safe, I think. That was the purple team I was talking about.
बिल्कुल टीम पायल को अब यहाँ पर कुछ टैक्टिकल प्रूव करना ही पड़ेगा. स्लैम यहाँ पर डाला जरूर है, बिल्कुल इनके सामने ही आपको मिलेगी टीम स्काउट. तो चले यहाँ पर बॉर्डर सिटी के पास तो नहीं, बट हाँ यहाँ पर कॉर्नर्स पर आपको ये वाली फाइट जरूर से मिल जाएगी. मीनवाइल अगर आप स्काउट की बात करें, एडीएस खोल के थोड़ा सा डैमेज देने की कोशिश जरूर से करी थी. नाउ इट्स अ टाइम लुक एट दैट व्हीकल एक्सीडेंट वहां पर जरूर से हो गया. स्टस को यहाँ पर डैमेज दिया जा रहा है. मीनवाइल
Absolute chaos right now.
पूरे तरीके से फिनिश ऑफ कर दिया गया है. यहाँ पर दो प्लेयर्स को रिवाइवल दिया जा रहा है. क्या यहाँ पर एक और नेड आ सकता है? आई थिंक यस, ग्रेनेड का साउंड जरूर से आया है. बैक टू बैक डॉकी यहाँ पर ग्रेनेड्स और मॉलोटोव स्पैम करते हुए. इट्स नॉट गोना बी इजी फॉर हाइड्रा. यूज्ड टू प्रोवाइड द रिवाइवल, बट स्टिल ही मैनेज्ड टू. व्हाट अ सेवियर ही इज. यानी कि देखी डॉकी की अगर आप
I plan on making like a little analysis video too on just different things. So I'm taking some notes. Oh, that Hydra team is mostly streamers? Oh, okay. Okay, I'll make a note of that. Yeah, the purple Hydra team. Did you interview Zeus Esports? I'll message them again.
I think rotations on point है टीम स्काउट के. जोन का एक बहुत अच्छा एरिया इनके पास यहाँ पर आ चुका है। पीछे से आती हुई हर वो टीम जो लेट एंट्री लेगी सबको गेट कीप यहाँ पर।
So from Hydra's position at the very top earlier, they could, in my opinion, weaken teams and then kind of control this area a little bit better. So they should be the blue. They should be over here. They should be controlling that position now. If what they did earlier, they did correctly. Now they're kind of put on the side. And now they're in a bad position to try and rotate again. They don't have as much control. So they picked a really good spot 2 circles ago. And from that position, they could have used it better. But it's mostly a streamer team. I know Dynamo. Dynamo is a huge streamer. Alright, they should be up there with 4 players. Cause see, they have 4 players alive. Really good knock though. They're gonna lose 2 people. Oh my gosh. This tournament looks a lot more like a PMPL tournament. Like the way teams are positioned, how many are live, the positions, the angles, and all of that. Yeah, they got good rotations though. They managed to find a spot to sit in. Purple Hydra team are not a streamer team. Okay. So the Purple Hydra team is not a streamer team. Alright, that's a pro team. All of them play pro except for Dynamo. Okay. Yes, I know Silent Disha is scout. Yeah. So the team that just wiped that purple team, if Hydra played their position up top as effectively as they could, they should be the team that just wiped them. I'll do a video analysis off this content. So far, we had the Jonathan team fight, which was a really good fight. I think both teams played very well in that team fight. And then the other thing that I took from this was just the Hydra, the Purple Hydra team. They played well. I mean, they got what, 4th place, 5th place, and with some kills. But I just feel like they missed out on an opportunity to do something. So, I know there's a lot of big players here. This team that's about to win with 14 plus kills. This is the team that Hydra should have been able to kill, or at least contest. Oh, this is Scout's team, right? Is this Scout's team? Yeah, Silent Disha. Wait, I thought Scout was playing with the Soul lineup. Scout's team is just random 4 pro players. Scout is not playing with Soul. Oh.
For the very first match, and Team Scout coming up with a chicken dinner with a massive number of kills, I would say.
क्या बेहतरीन गेम
He changed the lineup at the last minute. Oh, okay.
जिस तरीके से दोनों प्लेयर ने यहाँ पे एक्यूरेसी का प्रदर्शन किया, मुझे लगता नहीं है कि उसको बोलने की जरूरत पड़ेगी।
Good win by Scout.
नेट खासकर पुकार और निंजा ने जिस तरीके से वहाँ पे नेट करे, गॉड निक्सन के ऊपर इतना
Okay. Did they get zone a lot of times? Let's take a look. I know they had the watchtower, right? That position is just very strong. How early did they get it though? Okay. So they just got pretty zone blessed. But you see this Hydra team. Let me show you guys what this Hydra team should have done. This Hydra team, I'm not saying they should have won. Like, it's very hard to just say a team should have won this early in the game, but that position is really strong and they could have used it in a way that increases their chances to win. So right now, right there, and it's fine to do this. I don't blame them for doing this. Or actually, let's back up a little more. When was the last time we saw them before that? So up here. So right here, I feel like they are too close together. I wish I could see more of that team to see when they got there, how early they got there, stuff like that. Oh, okay, they got there very early. How far in is this? 1:11:08. How do I timestamp this? How do I? Okay, I'll just clip it. Purple Hydra positioning. Share clip. Copy. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna actually try and make a YouTube video, guys. So I'm gonna be like kind of saving clips as I'm like doing this. Early positioning by Hydra. Okay, and I'm not gonna really be reading chat. I hope most of you guys are here for my analysis and to learn things, because that's what I'm best at. I will do a stream one day where I just react to whatever videos you want me to watch. I know most of you guys in the chat are just always asking me to watch this person 1v1, Jonathan 27 kills, Scrims. I'll do a day where I just only watch whatever you guys want me to watch, okay? But today's not the day. So you guys see the Purple Hydra team was here the whole time. That means they could spread out and figure out the angles they need to do to pressure teams out, okay? So let's fast forward a little bit. So here they're still kind of they're spread out, but I feel like they could be spread out a little bit more. And this is important to know how to play split to maintain more control options. So this team basically controls this entire area, right? And from this entire area, they could safely be in these positions pretty much. And from these positions, they could push teams further away. Right? So it's important to do that because when this circle changes, right here, Right here, you see how they're kind of they're really stacked. Now that because they're so stacked, when the circle changes and then they want to spread out, the problem with that is if you're not already spread out. Let's open up another one of these. When the circle changes, right, and it's like this, and you're not spread out to begin with, that means teams rotating in, right? You can easily get caught. You could easily get killed by spreading out now. Like if he were to spread out to this position now, there's a timing that an enemy team, right? You see how they're so close? If he wants to go over here to control this area, another team could be coming in and he wouldn't be in position to push that team away yet and he could get killed. So because they weren't spread out earlier, now if they want to spread out right now, it's risky. So they kind of missed out on that opportunity, right? You see that team's already there, really close by. Or not that team. That team is already there. Like, it's fine for them to be there. But the team to their right. So this team. If this player was already here, right, he could have stopped them from getting so close or shot at them and forced them downhill, right? He could have forced that team, the blue team here. He could have forced this team, instead of coming this close, to like go maybe this way, right? So now all of this leads up to something very important. So because they weren't spread out before, they don't feel safe spreading out now. So now, this whole entire time, as this circle is closing, right? We have like, what, 2 minutes, 3 minutes? Where they can't really do anything because they didn't have a good spread positioning earlier. So they want to stay safe. They don't want to lose anyone. So now they're just waiting. They're waiting, they're waiting. So all this time... So all this time, like, they can't really do anything. They're just waiting, they're just waiting, they're just waiting. Yeah, okay. Now here's the big thing. So now with that, let's zoom out a little bit. The circle goes from something like this, right? Yeah, close enough to something like this. And there is... So the purple Hydra team will make purple, right? The purple Hydra team is here. And now they have one enemy team. There's a dip over here. Let me turn on elevation mode. Oh, I have to draw it again. God dang it. Okay, the circle is like this. Oh, this is so ugly though. Okay, I'm turning this back off. Ugh, that hurts my eyes. Okay. Purple Hydra team is here. Okay, now here are the enemy teams. There's a team in a dip over here, and there's a team over here. Right? And then there's Scout's team down here. Right? Yeah. One enemy squad, two enemy squad, three enemy squad. So if they had a good split this entire time that they've been waiting, not do anything, what they could have been doing is they could get above these guys, right? And these guys can't peek up, because if they peek up, they're going to get shot at by the team here. And when I do the video analysis, I'll actually go into the game to show you guys what the terrain looks like. Here, I can't really show you guys, but there's a very deep dip over here, and there's a ridge. The enemy could run up to the ridge and get TPP advantage on you, but they can't because there's a team further down here that would shoot at them. So this team here is just stuck. You could get on top of them and throw grenades down. You could TPP. You could peek up and down and shoot at them whenever you want. And then the only team you got to worry about is this team, because they have pretty good cover over there and they could shoot at you. But if you get knocked, you're pretty safe. This team can't really come up and push you because they'll get shot at by the team at the rocks, and this team is too far down to drive up and push you. So the Purple Hydra team, they could get knocked without worrying too much. And if they play this position up here correctly, they have the advantage to pick whenever they want to peek and everything. So for the last like 2 or 3 minutes of this match, during this time, Hydra could be hurting these two teams a lot. And they could hurt them to the point where they could kill 2 players from each team. They could probably kill this entire team. They could probably hurt this team a lot and kill 1 or 2. But basically, these 2 teams in front of them should be really hurt or dead or not much of a threat. And then the next move the Purple Hydra team could do is go here. But instead, because they didn't do what I said earlier, they weren't controlling and everything, they had to force themselves to find another rotation into the side. All right. Now let's see what happens the rest of the game. If they were spread and controlled and took advantage of their position. So the team that did end up going there was the blue team, which the blue team, where was their position? Okay, the blue team actually came from the far left. Okay, so this blue team actually came over here and took that position. But let's see where that one team went from the rocks. Okay, so the team at the rocks actually got here. Right? This is the team from the rocks. Right here. So if the Purple Hydra team played it correctly, they should be able to be the team that gets that position. And then oh, and that team actually just decided to go down completely. They just went down into prison. But they could be here and control this position. So now, yeah, so see, they're down here now when they should be up here. And they have 4 people alive. Okay, and see how this team right here that's at this position, they're in a much better spot. And not just that, but if the Purple Hydra team was over here and they kept all 4 alive, they have 4 people on the high ground. I want to see. Oh, nobody pushed Scout's team because they were all too weak. So let me get the best freeze frame possible. So right here. So if you have 4 people alive up here, right? Sure, there might be other teams over here, whatever. You drop a smoke to your left. But you could throw grenades You could take and peek shots whenever you want. If you get knocked, this team is unlikely to push up to you because they have to cross over in the open a lot. So even if you get knocked, you can revive and you can keep peeking. But if you knock one of them, you have a very good opportunity to push down and kill that team. So it's the 4v4 though. So I'm not saying the purple Hydra team is going to have an easy time of taking this spot over, right? But Hydra, if they were up here like they should have been, they have the advantage in being able to kill that team. And if they play it very well, they could keep all 4 alive. So now let's just say they do kill that team and they lose 1 or 2 players. If they lost 1 or 2 players, so now in this situation, let's just assume the purple Hydra team only had 2 here because they took a 4v4. They lost 2 players. And from this position up here, even with just 2 players, they could have still won the game. So, yeah. And I don't care what team. I don't care what team is whose team. I'm literally just making an analysis video on what teams could do better. So if the purple Hydra team was a different team, they still have the chance to do everything I talked about because that position is very strong. They could have had a chance to win the game from their position with the way the circles changed. Okay, I am done analyzing that. And the next match hasn't even started yet, so we didn't miss anything. Give me mod. We're always going to have toxic people in the chat, especially when it comes to viewing anything India related. That's just how it is. That's just how India is. Because there's so many people that watch India related PUBG Mobile stuff. You're naturally going to have just more toxic people. What's the next tournament Zeus is playing? I'm not sure. The production isn't bad. It's not as good as like PMGC or like PEL, but that's because they probably have more money to hire more people on the production to make it better. But this production isn't bad. Like we get to see all the action, and it's not too like laggy or anything. This is way better than this is way better than the first tournament that they did. The launch tournament. The launch tournament was like way worse.
देखिए इस पॉइंट्स टेबल को आप बैक टू बैक 2 मैचेस के बेसिस पे शायद उतना जज नहीं भी कर पाएंगे, बिकॉज अभी पता है 2 मैचेस के बाद आप उतना अच्छा कमबैक भी नहीं एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं। अगर श्रीमान की टीम यहाँ से या फिर घातक की टीम यहाँ से एक जंप एक्सपेक्ट भी करती है, अगर चिकन डिनर भी निकाल जाती तब भी शायद
Yeah, this is a very small tournament too.
टॉप 3 में अपनी जगह बना चुकी है, वो एवरेज परफॉर्मेंसेस के साथ भी 2 ही कैलकुलेटिव रिजल्ट्स में टॉप कर सकती है। सो पॉइंट टेबल को अभी के
PMGC should be FPP hardcore. Yeah, I think FPP is better for competitive.
बट मीनवाइल अगर पॉइंट टेबल की बात हो ही रही है तो
ZooTay, how are you? I'm doing well.
खासकर यहाँ पर 10 पर है स्नैक्स की टीम। व्हाट वेंट रॉन्ग? अमेजी आपको क्या लगता है व्हाट वेंट रॉन्ग फॉर द टीम स्नैक्स? आई थिंक वो रोटेशन जो टीम ऑनकोर के साथ थी प्रेजेंट के रीजन पर जोन
Yeah, no problem, Manish. Thank you.
उधर ही खत्म हुआ। बट
I already know though, like even if I'm not watching anything Indian related, there's always toxic people in the chat. That's just how it is.
मिड से रोटेशन टीम आईडी का हम अक्सर देखा नहीं करते, वो
देखा नहीं करता है।
Yes, prize pool matters for production, especially for global tournament and BGMI tournament. Yes, the more prize pool, that means there's more money that they're spending to make the production better.
एक बार के लिए मैंने सोचा था कि चलिए ठीक है एक प्लेयर उनका गिर गया गाड़ी से, बट बाकी जो 3 प्लेयर बचे हुए वो आराम
Next match is FPP. Okay.
से सकते थे। उनका मानसिकता तो वही थी, बट वो चीज हो नहीं
Yeah,
पाई।
I'll watch BGMI or BGIS. I mean,
15 फिनिशेस के साथ 20 टोटल पॉइंट्स की कनिका की स्क्वाड जिस चीज की मैं बात कर रहा था, 5 फिनिशेस और टोटल 17 पॉइंट्स। टीम डायनामो जिस चीज की मैं बात कर रहा था, दोनों स्क्वाड टॉप 5 में हमें देखने को मिल सकती है। बिल्कुल दोनों स्क्वाड टॉप 5 में हमें देखने को मिल रही है, बट आप डीओ को देखें कि कितना टाइम तक उन्होंने अपनी टीम को सरवाइव कराया। अगर वो सबसे पहले एलिमिनेट हो गए होते, 0 प्लेसमेंट पॉइंट मिलते और टोटल 4 पॉइंट के साथ हो सकता था कि वो टीम अदियार के जस्ट नीचे दिखने को मिलती हमें। जैसे टीम अदियार की बात करें तो 4 फिनिशेस निकाला, बट प्लेसमेंट पॉइंट उनके पास नहीं है।
यहाँ पर अगर आप स्काउट को देखें तो उन्होंने लीड बहुत ज्यादा कर दी है मेजी। यहाँ पे 15 फिनिश पॉइंट्स डोमिनेशन कर दिया यहाँ पर पूरा फर्स्ट मैच को। मीनवाइल गॉड निक्सन आई थिंक इट वाज अ गुड
they're spectating from Android. Yeah, this is pretty good spectating from an Android.
2 ही फिनिश पॉइंट्स सिक्योर कर पाए थे, बट अच्छे पोजीशन पॉइंट्स यहाँ पर
Like it's not. Yeah.
की टीम जैसा कि आपने बताया कि नियो वहाँ पर बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से सेवियर का रोल अदा करते रहे। पहले उन्होंने डिसाइडर 1v2 भी करा और
BGMIS tournament prize pool
वो मौका उन्होंने अर्न करा जहाँ पर
is the weekly income of Scout Mortal and Jonathan.
अच्छे पोजीशन पॉइंट्स अर्न कर सकते हैं और उन्होंने वो कर दिखाया। तो अब 7 तक अपनी जगह बना चुके हैं। लेट्स जस्ट सी अगले मैच
Is BGMIS prize pool better than PMPL? Yeah, it's better.
अर्ली इन द मैच एलिमिनेट हो जाती है, तो शायद पीछे
It's more money than PMPL. I'm pretty sure.
करने का एक जंप यहाँ से लेने का।
मुझे लगता है बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल है भाई। अभी जो ऑडियंस है वो भी सहमत ज़रूर होगी कि बहुत
When Jonathan plays better, Scout gets hate. When Scout does better, Jonathan is trolled. When someone plays better, someone else is scolded. The never-ending cycle. Yep. The never-ending cycle of toxicity.
जिस तरीके से उन्होंने सर्वाइव करा, आप देखिए कि गॉड निक्सन की स्क्वाड कितना ज़्यादा स्प्लिट थी। अगर वो साथ रहते तुरंत पे तुरंत खत्म हो जाते। इतना ज़्यादा ओपन में वो अलग अलग थे, इसलिए ज़्यादा देर तक वो सर्वाइव करके बैठे और बहुत बढ़िया गेम उन्होंने अपनी टीम के लिए निकाला है। और बहुत अच्छी बात रही कि टॉप 3 में वो आए, बट फिनिशेस उतने नहीं थे, इसलिए थोड़ा सा नीचे हमें देखने को जरूर मिले। बट उम्मीद करता हूँ जो नेक्स्ट मैच आने वाला है उसमें एक बार फिर से विलीव ऐश एंड
Yes, I'll be viewer partying Huya Cup.
उसी तरीके से अच्छा खेलेंगे। टीम नोवा देखते हैं वापस से वो बाउंस बैक कर सकते हैं फिर नहीं। फ्रंट की स्क्वाड उनको भी ऊपर जाना है, टीम घातक की स्क्वाड उनको भी ऊपर जाना है। मुझे लगता है कि टीम घातक
Indian tournament is boring. Well, you could come back in like 3 hours and we'll be watching the Chinese Huya Cup. Today's the last day, by the way, for the Chinese tournament.
उसका उल्टा होता है
And Paraboy and Order are currently in first place by like
तो प्रेडिक्शन नहीं करेगा।
2 or 3 points.
प्रेडिक्शन आप आखिरी में आके उल्टी कर दोगे तो वो आप कभी भी कर सकते हो। आपको एक फ्री हैंड हमारी तरफ से यहाँ पर दे दिया जाएगा। हमने बात
BGIS prize pool is 135,000 USD. Yeah, I think that's more than PMPL.
आपकी जो टीम है वो किस तरीके की है?
Like just for India, 135,000, that's a lot. PMPL is like PMPL is like 2 different regions combined. So India definitely has more.
जैसे ही हम जाते हैं गिरता है और हम सिंगल लॉबी
Will India get a slot for PMGC? I don't know.
कि आज
I don't know.
इंडिया में मैचेस खेले। अगर मैंने 100 मैचेस खेले
Maybe.
मेरे ऊपर रेड
PMGC doesn't start. There's like another 3-4 months. Maybe India will be able to select a team. I'm not sure though. If any Indian team approach you for coach or analyst, will you go for it? It depends on the pay. Coaching and being an analyst is almost like a full-time job. Like, at least when I was a coach, an analyst, and a player for my Japan team, I worked like 5 hours a day. And that doesn't include the time outside of the game that I do analysis stuff. Is this next tournament PMPL South Asia Season 4? Probably. The next big thing is PMPL and then PMGC, so yeah. Who's my favorite team? Favorite team would be a Chinese team, LGD. You won't get more than $6 to $7K in India per month. That's a lot. Do I still play with Team Execute? No, not anymore. I'm not on a team. Is Ice going to replace E in Season 3? Yes. Ice will be replacing. Do you stream PL? Yes, I'll be streaming PL viewer parties. PL starts on the 19th. Scout OP. India hates Tencent, but Tencent love India. How can a global player go to the Chinese teams? I mean, if a global player can speak Chinese and is really, 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 really good, yeah, I think a Chinese team would want him. They'd move him to China. Do you still play competitive or retired? So for now, I'm retired. I want to focus on content and growing my content. Once I get my content big or in a good spot, like my YouTube subscribers and stuff, then I might go back to competitive also. Ideally, I want to be like Scout or Jonathan. You know, they have a huge YouTube. They make a lot of money from the YouTube, and then they could also play competitive. If India gets in PMGC, watching, yeah. If India gets an invite to PMGC, there will be a lot of people watching. Reactor, I'm not doing any reaction stuff today or right now. Can't join Nova XQF? Okay. Happy Independence Day to India, though. So India doesn't have PMPL. They have a separate tournament for just their region called BGIS, which has 135,000 USD. So it's a big tournament. My favorite team, I already answered that. Vane. My favorite team would be a Chinese team called LGD. Actually, a underrated player of India got invited from GM5 PEL team for a youth lineup. And he's not recognized in India, and he played with Paraboy on live stream during PMGC. Oh. Why LGD? They are just a newer team, kind of, that have been doing very well. And also because Chung Si is on the LGD team. Chung Si costed 1.8 million USD to be transferred onto the team. It is the most expensive player transfer in the history of PUBG Mobile. And then when I heard that news, I watched a tournament that he played in, and Chungsi did very, very well. He was really good. So I became a fan of LGD. Eska was invited by the Chinese. His name is Eska. Oh yeah, I heard about that. People told me about that. Why are they spectating low graphics? Probably so it doesn't lag. They're spectating with an Android device. So it's like it gets very laggy probably. So they're using low graphics spectating.
काफी डिसेंट है और देख सकते हैं कि यहाँ पर सारी टीम्स पैदल करना शुरू कर चुकी है। हाइड्रा की अगर आप बात करेंगे तो रैत आपको काफी लंबा पैदल करते हुए हाथिन की तरफ जाते हुए मिलेंगे। हाइड्रा न्यूक्लियर आपको मिलेंगे जो कि खाओ की रीजन पर जा चुके हैं।
I don't know what the average income is for Game for Peace players. But they have housing provided for them, they have food provided for them. So they don't have to worry about paying for living. And then they also get paid some amount monthly, but I don't know how much. Yeah, all viewer party BGIS. It seems like every team knows where each team is dropping. There's not a lot of hot drops happening, which is good. Oh, never mind, except for over here. Nicely played by Snacks there. Not easy 4 kills. That's my current views on 4 AM. They're doing really good in Huya Cup. They're like 3rd place in Huya Cup. What up, Idwan? They're doing really good in Huya Cup. But let's see how well they do in PEL. Sook's a great IGL, but I think his IGL style just wasn't working with the team. So they sold Sook. They have a different IGL on the team now, and it's a more comfortable style for them. So they're doing better. Same team died first in last match. Oh, that was the streamer team again? Yikes. Who are you going for, Zoo? That's a hard question, bro. That's a question that I don't want to answer, because I'm actually not too sure, but also because if I pick one team, people that support another team are going to hate. Views on Max Turn? Who? I don't know who Max Turn is. Sorry. Do you think the Weibo Gaming star lineup will work? Yeah, most of the time star lineups don't work as well as people think it would. But I think the Weibo Gaming lineup will work. I love you, ZooTay. Thank you, bro. I love you too. Where am I from? I'm from the US. He's just trolling Max Turn as a content creator. Oh, okay. I know ZooTay supporting Scout. I always gotta support Scout. But I've never met Jonathan in person, but the man's been putting in work from what everyone in the chat tells me, right? And I've seen clips of Jonathan. He's really good. So Jonathan's team get like 27 kills and scrims and everything, but you know that's scrims. So I'd be very happy to see Jonathan's team do well in an actual tournament. And then also IND, I like IND. Last tournament, launch party, IND absolutely destroyed everybody. And they're not a team that's talked about as much. So I want to give them recognition if they're really that strong of a team in India.
फिनिश पॉइंट यहां पर सिक्योर कर लिया गया है स्काउट को अब थोड़ा सा इसे और पैसिव करना चाहिए बिकॉज़ दे हैव अ बेटर चांस टू विन दिस इवेंट
What are the differences between Indian teams and the NA teams?
अपना पहला प्लेयर आपने गवा जरूर से दिया ये एक अनवांटेड कैजुअलिटी थी रोटेशनल क्लैशेस का सैनऑफ में आपको कभी नहीं भी पता
I feel like from what I've seen so far, the main difference is that the top NA teams are more consistent, but that's about it. I feel like both North America and India have only a few really good teams. Both regions have teams that play very passive and then have teams that know how to play aggressive. The player mechanics, from what I've seen in game 1, at least from the better teams, like they're pretty good. Like the last game that I just watched, it looked like a PMPL game. It looked like a PMPL game. So the skill level of the lobby looks kind of similar to like North America.
बिल्कुल यहां पर अभी के लिए क्रॉन्टन के पास अच्छी स्टार्ट मिल चुकी है इनको भी जोन के अंदर जाना सिर्फ 400 मीटर दूर है काफी इजीली जा सकते हैं क्रॉन्टन
Is my stream really at 370 likes already?
यहां पर एक बोरो किया गया है फर्स्ट एड किट सर्कल की अगर आप बात करें टीम जॉनथन बिल्कुल सेंटर पर मिलेगी
Oh wow, I'm at 407 likes. India OP, dude.
इस बार भी यहां पर दोनों काफी करीब है ब्रीथिंग स्पेस दोनों की टीम्स में काफी ज्यादा कम है
What do you think about sound visualization going to be off? I think it's good. I don't think any pro players really care about the indicators on the map.
कहा था मेसी की बोर्ड रोटेशन को शायद थोड़ा सा प्रायोरिटाइज कर सकते
Very rarely do pro players actually look at map indicators. They just hear the gunshots and they hear the footsteps.
यहां पर देखते देखते धीरे-धीरे आगे बढ़ जा रहे हैं फाइनली ही गॉट द आईडी इज रनिंग बैक बिकॉज़ ही वाज हैविंग नो क्लू अर्लियर
Oh, this is a good push.
यार की टीम के साथ इनकी फाइट है एंड मेसी व्हाट्स योर कॉल इस 4-4 की फाइट के अंदर टीम जॉनथन और टीम बागियार व्हाट डू यू थिंक इट्स गोना विन दिस
टीम जॉनथन मुझे लगता है इजी रहेगा उनके लिए क्योंकि प्लेस
This team is playing too defensive though. They should have never let a team run up this close to them. Now they're just kind of stuck.
पढ़ना जरूर पड़ेगा बट अला किसी भी डाउन
See?
थोड़ा सा ज्यादा ओवर
They should be outside of the buildings way earlier, peeking and shooting at them before they run up to the hill.
करे बट कोई बात नहीं नियो उनके
Yeah, this is why camping is not good. Camping is not good against strong teams. Strong teams will expect teams to be in certain positions. So if you're camping, they're going to be ready for it. And then if you're camping, you see how like you're just stuck
प्रिंस के पास एक अच्छा आईडिया आ चुका है और इनकी जो
and you just get eliminated.
पहला ओपनिंग पॉइंट था वो भी ऐसे निकला था बट देयर यू गो टीम भाई यहां पर टीम जॉनथन पर थोड़ा सा थर्ड पार्टी एक्शन शुरू कर चुकी है मीनवाइल प्रिंस को भी यहां पर 3पीपी थर्ड पीपी का कुछ खास आईडिया नहीं लग पा रहा थर्ड पर्सन पर्सपेक्टिव का उतना आईडिया नहीं लग पा रहा इधर उधर जा रहे थे कवर के पीछे जाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे बट शायद उन्हें पता ही नहीं चल पाया कि डैमेज आ कहां से रहा है
इस वक्त आप देखें कि टीम क्रॉन्टन के जस्ट मुंह पे खड़ी है टीम स्नैक्स की स्क्वाड स्टिल उन्होंने चार्ज नहीं किया और वहां से निकल
Sorry, Arvind.
वहां से निकलने में
When's PEL? Yo, what's up, H? PEL starts on the 19th. 4 more days, H.
एचपी बहुत ज्यादा कम है हमने देखा था केवल
4 more days until we get to watch the best Chinese teams
बैंडेज उनके पास है
play against each other with their new lineup.
पड़ेगा और प्रिंस अकेले फंस चुके हैं टीम स्नैक्स के चंगुल में देखते हैं कब तक वो यहां से निकल सकते हैं मुझे नहीं लगता कि उन्होंने बिल्कुल भी हलचल करी है इसीलिए किसी को नहीं पता कि उस आखिरी कंपाउंड में इकलौता प्लेयर प्रिंस अभी भी वहीं पे बैठा है नहीं उन्होंने देखा जरूर था यस प्रिंस को देखा जरूर था बट अभी भी किसी ने वहां पे चार्ज नहीं किया क्रॉन्ट निकलने की एक बार के लिए कोशिश कर रहे हैं स्नैक्स की बात करें वो यहां पे निकल नहीं रहे बट उनके जो
What time does it start? 6 a.m. EST. Will you stream PEL? Yes.
कह सकते कि ग्रीन सिग्नल
I will be viewer partying PEL.
की आ जाएगी रास्ता बिल्कुल खाली
How many days does PEL last?
पहले सर्कल का
They play 4 days a week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
प्रायोरिटाइज कर रहा है वैसे
And each season is like 5 to 6 weeks.
बट स्लेयर ने ये
And then there is one more week of finals for each season.
कह सकते हैं क्रॉन्टन के लिए
So
ऐसी मुश्किलें खड़ी कर सकता है
it's a solid like
अपन में अपनी बॉडी एक्सपोज कर
PEL lasts for a long time.
बिल्कुल वो चीज हमें देखने को
Is Weibo Gaming the best performing team Chinese team? Ooh, the best performing Chinese team, that's hard to say. The Chinese region's so competitive. The best team switches around between like 4 top teams. Nice. I like this split that IND has. They're keeping one player up top, at least. Can we learn from PEL? Yes. Every team can learn a lot from watching PEL. You can learn a lot from watching PEL, but you also need to be like, you also need to know what to look for when you're watching PEL. Because like the first time you see Chinese teams play, a lot of what they do, you might not make sense to you, or you might not know the details on what they're doing. That's very important. I'm at 450 likes now. Damn. What is this? It's India teams. So this is the second. This is like a show tournament, but 14 out of the 16 teams here have like pro players, like a pro player lineup. And so it's just another look to see how the India teams are developing as competitive teams. So I'm viewer partying to see how they play, and they're playing a lot better than they did a couple months ago in the first tournament, the launch party tournament. Is TSM here? Yes, the TSM roster is here, but they're no longer TSM. TSM entity, the TSM, like, I think they're picking up a different team. I don't know what to look for in PL. We playing scrims. We have really good squad and synergy, but we are not winning. That's when you need to get a coach or an analyst. XTSM is now God L. Okay. Godlike. Right. XTSM is joining Godlike, God L, owned by Cronton Gaming. Okay. And this Sandhawk match is an FPP. Oh no, that should have been a knock. Nice. He's got someone coming from behind him though. Oh, he heard him. Oh, he's taking this 1v1? He doesn't have to. He didn't have to take the 1v1, but he wanted. That was risky. That was very risky. But he felt it. I like how aggressive this team is playing. God Nix is streamers? The streamer team played aggressive. Oh, payout almost went down. Does anyone know why Scout changed his team lineup last second? Does anyone know? Con Nixon is a tips and tricks creator. Oh. Scout revealed that Johnny was practicing 4 a.m. in the morning in training ground. Navi has good zone prediction. No such thing as zone predictions. It's just knowing your rotations very well, so that no matter where the zone goes, you have a good way to go into the next circle. Both teams are lighting each other up right now. Four v three? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Who's gonna push? Oh! Now it's a 3v1. Woo! Scout's teammates are busy. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Scout's teams are busy. Scout's teammates are busy. Gotcha.
उनके हाथों यहाँ पे डाउन किए गए हैं। देखना है बच सकते हैं या फिर नहीं बच सकते, क्योंकि उनके भी मात्र 2 ही प्लेयर इस मैच में इस वक्त सर्वाइव कर रहे हैं। 12 टीमें 40 प्लेयर अभी भी सर्वाइव करेंगे। 5वां सर्कल चंद लम्हों में हमें देखने को मिलने वाला है। देखते हैं नेक्स्ट सर्कल कहाँ जाने वाला है, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से पाइनान पे मायावी अभी तक सर्कल बनाए, मोस्ट प्रोबेबली एक बार फिर से पाइनान का इलाका हो सकता है कि देखने को मिले जरूर, बट 6 फिनिशेस देखने को मिल रहे हैं हमें।
Have I any glitches in the game while playing PEC? No. When I played in PEC last year, we didn't have any glitches.
बहुत आराम से होल्ड करके बैठे हुए, कोई भी चहल कदमी करने की जरूरत नहीं। पिछला मैच उनके लिए
I don't know why the godless.
कोशिश उनकी रहेगी कैसे भी करके जितना ऊपर जा सके उतना ऊपर चले।
Clutch God himself revealed that he learned some splits from PEL. Yeah, the PEL players or Chinese teams they know the most about the game.
जहां पर आपको टीम नोवा मिलेगी, जहां पर आपको टीम मिलेगी, वहां पर बहुत अच्छे तरीके से यहां पर स्प्रे गॉड क्रॉन्टन की टीम से जो खेल रहे हैं वो इस पूरी फाइट को एंजॉय कर रहे हैं। 2 फिनिश पॉइंट्स पूरी टीम के पास है, अकेला सिंगल फिनिश पॉइंट यहां पर अभी के लिए स्प्रे गॉड ने सिक्योर कर दिया। मीनवाइल अगर आप टीम घातक की बात करेंगे तो जोन के अंदर अभी तक तो कॉर्नर पर थे, अब देखना पड़ेगा जा पाएंगे नहीं, फाइट नहीं, जहां पर सबसे ज्यादा कंक्रीट कवर है, जहां पर सबसे ज्यादा कंपाउंड्स है, वहीं पर सर्कल चला गया बेसी। आई थिंक एंड गेम में हील बैटल जरूर से देखने को मिल सकती है।
बिल्कुल देखने को मिलेगा ही, बट जिस तरीके से यहाँ पे दोनों टीम फाइट ले रही थी, नोवा वर्सेस टीम घातक की स्क्वाड की फाइट हो रही थी।
TSM got a new roster. TSM FTX Ninja that you saw playing with Scout in the previous match is in that lineup. Okay, that's why he has a TSM. Okay, that's why he's got a TSM tag on him.
कोशिश कर रहे हैं और इस वक्त क्लच गॉड बहुत ज्यादा ऊपर में खड़े होकर वो हील कर रहे हैं। जोनाथन वहां पे रिवाइव करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, बट उनको भी यहां पे पनिश करा जाएगा। एटलीस्ट एक तो स्मोक करना चाहिए था, बट नहीं, गलती कर बैठे टीम जोनाथन की स्क्वाड। क्लच गॉड को वहां पे स्पॉट किया था पंक ने, बट उससे पहले उन्होंने शॉट नहीं दिया, क्योंकि वहां पे 2 प्लेयर और थे जिनको आराम से टेक आउट किया जा सकता है। और इसी के साथ छठा सर्कल आता है, मुझे लगता है
Oh, Clutch God. Oh no, that was his teammate. It wasn't Clutch God that did that. 22 first aids. That guy's gonna be immortal. Oh, this team's doing a 2-2 split. I respect that.
आप ये देखें एक बार फिर से जोन पूरा पाइडान के साइड जाता हुआ, डेंजर प्लेस के बाहर डाउन निकला की बात करें, स्मोकी के हाथों डाउन हुए जरूर है। हंसर एक बार फिर से डाउन है, देखते रिवाइव इस बार मिल पाएगा या फिर नहीं, मुझे लगता है आराम से मिल जाएगा। बट इस वक्त जी गॉड की बात करें, वो यहाँ से जाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, बट उन्होंने शायद कॉर्नर क्रॉटन के दोनों प्लेयर्स को उन्होंने स्पॉट किया। बट इसी के साथ मुझे लगता है
This is a pretty good match, especially since it's an FPP.
आराम से मे भी फिनिशेस वहां पे निकाल सकते थे। गॉड अभी भी नीचे जाके प्रोन हो गए, जी गॉड को बिल्कुल भी दिखाई नहीं दे रहा। 7 फिनिशेस, पर अब मुझे लगता है उनका सफर यहीं तक, क्योंकि जोन के बाहर और गेट कीप करके बहुत सारी टीम उनका इंतजार पहले से कर रही है।
वहां पर अभी के लिए हस्तर की टीम पूरे तरीके से तैनात है। गेट
Nice, we're gonna run back the other way. That's smart.
यहाँ पर टीम जोनाथन की तरफ से शायद उन्हें जोन के अंदर लेकर इजीली जा सकती है। क्रॉन्टन द लास्ट मैन स्टैंडिंग, द ओनली होप फॉर द टीम इज एक्चुअली टेकिंग द रिवेंज ऑफ द टीम।
Oh. Oh, Clutch God. Oh, that was clutch. That team is clutching.
क्या aggressive push था, top dog 1v3 यहाँ पर कर चले जाएंगे।
And he's gonna get the revive on his teammate.
सोचा था कि क्लच गॉड और उनके साथी सरवाइव करेंगे। आप देखें कि वो कैसे सरवाइव, मैं वहीं पे बोल चुका था कि अब कोई मौका नहीं, बड़ा आप देखें जिस तरीके से गॉड को उन्होंने कट करा, खुद को जोन के अंदर लेके आए और अपने प्लेयर को उन्होंने रिवाइव भी कर दिया। बट इमॉर्टल अभी भी हील करते हुए नजर आएंगे। स्नैक्स यहाँ पे कट हुए, टीम स्काउट की स्क्वाड बहुत ज्यादा पहले एलिमिनेट हो गई थी, तो अब देखना पड़ेगा कि टीम हस्तर की स्क्वाड
Down to 3 teams. Well, 4, but one of the teams is just immortal healing with first aid kits outside his zone.
अभी भी हील कर रहे हैं। मैं देखना जरूर चाहूंगा कि इमॉर्टल के पास
So 3 teams.
अभी भी इस वक्त
Got a 4-man team here.
तरीके से यहाँ पे हस्तर की स्क्वाड ने करा है। कोई नहीं कर सकता कि टीम का ओरिजिनल ड्रॉप लोकेशन यहीं पे हमेशा से रहा है। बट क्लच गॉड एंड सी गॉड जिस तरीके से उन्होंने खेला है और खासकर जिस तरीके से क्लच गॉड ने खेला है, जोन के अंदर पहुंचे, अपने प्लेयर को रिवाइव करा और एक बार फिर से जोन के अंदर।
बिल्कुल, ये सब तो जोन के अंदर है, बट इमॉर्टल को आप देखें वो जोन के बाहर अभी भी हील बैटल करते ही जा रही है। सी गॉड का बुकिर यहाँ पर बर्गर पास में खड़ा भी के लिए मैच ज्यादा जरूरी होने वाला है। मीनवाइल सीरवी को डैमेज दिया जरूर से था, पीछे से धीरे-धीरे इमॉर्टल जोन के अंदर आ रहे हैं और ना
Oh, another kill for. Dang.
जोन को दे सकते थे, वो जाते जाते
Team 14 is owning.
देकर चले गए। अब बारी आ जाती है क्लच गॉड के सीओड के डुओ डिस्ट्रक्टिव डोमिनेशन की, जिसके चलते हस्तर डाउन हो चुके हैं, जिसके चलते पीछे से जोर आ चुका है, जिसके चलते यहाँ पर कॉल शुरू
This is Jonathan's team right here.
सी गॉड और क्लच गॉड का डुओ डिस्ट्रक्टिव डोमिनेशन सैनोक में यहाँ पर इजीली आसान नहीं है प्लेस के लिए।
Z God and Clutch God.
बहुत कुछ अचीव कर सकते
You're
हैं
owning.
अभी भी इस मैच के अंदर माया।
बिल्कुल संदेह नहीं होगा मायावी कि यहाँ पे वो विनर चिकन डिनर निकाल के जाए। जिस तरीके से वो खेल रहे थे, वापस से उन्होंने फिनिशेस निकाले, वापस से अपने प्लेयर
Can they win this?
इस वक्त बात चल रही थी टीम ऑनकोर वर्सेस हस्तर की, बट
They could win this. I mean, it's a 2v4 though.
क्लच गॉड वहां पे रिवाइव किया जरूर गया, बट एचपी की बहुत ज्यादा कम। 4v2 का यहाँ पे सिचुएशन होता हुआ, 9 फिनिशेस के साथ क्या यहाँ पे ऑनकोर की स्क्वाड इस मैच को खत्म करने की कोशिश करेगी, या फिर अभी भी जी गॉड और क्लच गॉड उनके पास कुछ बचा हुआ है? क्योंकि जिस तरीके से अभी तक उन्होंने खेला है, 1-2 फिनिशेस शायद के लिए निकाल सकते हैं, बट इस वक्त वो जोन के बाहर, अगर यहाँ पे ऑनकोर की स्क्वाड जोन के अंदर, जोन के बाहर ना भी जाए तो भी वो जोन से ही एलिमिनेट होते हुए नजर आएंगे। बट क्लच गॉड डाउन हुए, बर्गर अकेले बचे, जी गॉड अकेले बचे ऊपर की साइड पे अपनी टीम से। जोन के बाहर एक अच्छा फ्लैश बैंग भी वहां पे किया गया, मुझे लगता है जोन के अंदर वो आने
Dang, Jonathan's team did really good.
फिनिश करा गया। इस आखिरी प्लेयर को
GG's.
टीम ऑन
They don't use grenades? Yeah, they use grenades.
के साथ इस सेकंड मैच में मायावी विनर चिकन डिनर निकालते हुए।
I think बहुत
That was good. Jonathan's team did really well.
जब आपके पास कुछ इस
The other team got the chicken dinner,
कवर आ जाए
and they held down Painon really well too.
के अंदर तो इंटेंसिटी बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाती है। मेजी, how was Doctor's Immortal?
All right.
यहाँ पर किस तरीके से
Gonna wait for the next match to start.
ये एक
I am going to play some
बार आपको जरूर से होती है
solo versus squads
coming up from top 11
and boot camp hot drops while we wait for the next match to start.
This is how you do it. The heal battle की मास्टरी कर रखी है डॉक्टर इमोर्टल ने।
मुझे लगता है दूसरी क्रेड्स उनको मिली नहीं। जिस तरीके से आप बोल रहे थे कि रास्ते में जितनी क्रेड्स उनको मिलती है वो उठाते चलते हैं, मुझे लगता है इस बार उनको क्रेड्स मिली जो 22
Yeah, only 2 matches. There's only 2 matches left.
जितने दूर वो आ पाए उतने दूर वो आए। मुझे
Next match is only Pan. Next match is melee only.
वो एज के साइड पे तो आ ही सकते थे, क्योंकि जैसे ही फर्स्ट एड उनका खत्म
Oh.
गन से शॉट्स लेने चालू करते हैं, उसी में जी गॉड ने देख लिया और फिनिश के नाम आए। बट जिस तरीके से क्लच गॉड ने आज खेला है, आप देखें एक हाई रेंज एडवांटेज आपके पास था, उसके बाद आपको कंपाउंड पे आना है जहां पे टीम्स ऑलरेडी फाइट कर रही
Next match is Pan fight only. Pan fight and fist fight. And 4th is fist.
रिवाइव करा, वापस से आए।
Should I even watch the next 2 games?
जाते जाते मुझे लगता है 3 फिनिशेस एक्स्ट्रा वो निकाल के गए। एलिमिनेट कब हो रहे थे, बट टॉप 2 में एक्स्ट्रा फिनिशेस के साथ
Next is Pan fight, and after that is fist fight.
खेला, बहुत ही ज्यादा लाजवाब।
Watch 27 kill scrims.
अभी भी याद है आपकी तरफ से एक सेगमेंट आता है कि यहाँ से जोन के अंदर जाना
Alright, okay, fine. I'll watch the 27 kill scrims.
क्लच गॉड ने जो रोटेशन डाली, जो
Alright, I'll watch the 27 kill scrims. All right.
जोनाथन का नाम एक बार फिर से किल फीड में लिखवा के अभी को भी स्पॉट कर लेंगे यहां पर सिनिस्टर को भी स्पॉट कर लेंगे उनको भी डाउन कर देंगे 8 मिनट पर ऑलरेडी आ चुके हैं 24-25 का इनका रिकॉर्ड था मुझे लग रहा है अब सारे रिकॉर्ड तोड़ देगी ये लाइनअप 25 से ज्यादा फिनिश पॉइंट्स यहां पर अगर एनटीडी लेकर जाती है इट्स गोना बी टू ड्रामेटिक अब शॉटगन ऐसा वेपन है जो अनएक्सपेक्टेड चीजें कई बारी कर जाता है कार्टून को यहां पर अभी के लिए नॉक कर दिया अब आखिरी फिनिश बचेगा या नहीं टीम से थोड़े रेड तरफ के हमारी यहां पर आ चुके रेड के हो चुके हैं यहां पर नॉकआउट उधर से दी गोटा हो चुके हैं जैसे बाहर अपना फिनिश पर सिक्योर कर लेंगे स्मोकी अब थोड़े से टफ टाइम को डील कर रहे हैं इनके जो पुराने
All right, so this 27 kills is from the caster's POV.
नॉक कर दिया जाएगा तो इट्स गोना बी क्रूशियल फॉर डी7
It's from the caster's POV. Jonathan's team right here, they already have 6 kills. 6 kills. I guess it's a hot drop fight. So there were like 2 teams here, or 3 teams here. This team has 4 kills. They probably killed a team in the city, and then Jonathan's team came to third party, maybe? Dang, Jonathan could see through bushes. Jonathan's team 8 kills already. So that means there's like more than, there was like 4 teams in that city then. If Jonathan's team had 8 kills and that guy's team had 4 kills, then there are a total of like 4 teams then in that city. Oh, S-Power got knocked. Jonathan going aggressive. 1 knock on each side. Oh, the off angle. Oh, the jiggles. Damn, if Jonathan went down, that would have been bad. So Jonathan's team, each player gets knocked 1 at a time, but the way they're controlling their positions is really good. Every knock that they get, it's hard for the enemy team to revive, but every player that gets knocked on Jonathan's team, they could get revived. Oh, another knock. Oh, that's it. GG's. That was it. That knock pretty much won them that fight now. Really good fight. That was a really good fight by Jonathan's team. They took it very slow. They didn't rush anything. I like what they did. They used 2 people to push up close, 2 people covering. Each player got knocked, and then Jonathan pushed up close to add more pressure to make sure they secure the like pressure, because one of his teammates had to revive. So Jonathan pushed close to do the pressure now, and Jonathan got close. They got the revive. They held it down, kept up the pressure, and they played it smart. They played it slow. So they won that last fight. That was really good. They did lose Neo though. Just got another wipe. 16 kills now. 6 kills on Jonathan. Oh, they got the zone. Nice. What a zone shift. Oh, here's the next zone. 17 kills. 2 players pushing. Jonathan's in the back covering. So notice how they kept Jonathan in the back to cover that push and put pressure on the other team coming up. S Power with 8. S Power is really good. S Power is like really young, right? People told me S Power is like 16 or something. Up and coming player. Yeah, this player is really good. 22 kills now. If this was PEL point system, they got like 8 of those kills early game. They'd have 16 points from getting 8 kills early game. 16, 8, 22, 27 minus 8. They would have finished this game. This would be like a 40 to 50 point game if this was PEL point system. Oh, that's a hard push for them into zone. The blue team should. Oh, how did that guy got knocked? That guy holding the rock got knocked by Jonathan. I wonder what happened. Oh, it was a shack. Oh, dude, the player inside the shack, all he needed to do was throw grenades outside the window. His teammates, yeah, that guy playing the shack messed up or something. He should have never gotten knocked by a gun. His teammate can cover him if they push in. Oh my gosh. Jonathan last up. Nice. And he got the kill. He got the finish. A 1v what? 1v3? 1v3v2? 8 kills right now for Jonathan, 24 kills for the team. Yeah, they popped off. They are popping off this game. Oh, and Jonathan doesn't have the zone? You're telling me he wins this? There's no way. How does Jonathan win this? I guess these 2 teams fight first. Okay, Jonathan's got a lot of smokes though. Oh, he's got a rock. You could use that rock for a little bit. Oh, huge knock. Oh, 2 knocks. Oh, dude, Jonathan's picking that team apart. 1v2v1 now. How does he clutch this? Oh, they're in the open. Oh, that's it. Dude, how many grenades did this guy pick up? GG's. That rock right there came in clutch. Yep, that's it. I think the highlight for that video though was the 4v4 they took against that team at the building. The way they did that 4v4 was very well controlled. It was really good. I actually want to watch it back again real quick. So the 4v4, yeah, against this team. So 4 up for both teams. S Power up close along with is that Neo? Neo or Z God? Click the grenade a little. Yeah, Neo. So 2-2. You never want to send 3 people and just have 1 person covering. This is good control. 2 covering. Okay, Jonathan's moving up closer, but he's still covering from like a side angle. Okay, so S Power gets knocked. Somebody pushes out to the side. But see, Jonathan got that side angle. See, Z God couldn't see him as clearly, but good thing Jonathan moved up and got the side angle. So Jonathan's still covering. They're still doing a 2-2, but he just moved up to a different angle. It doesn't really matter if you move up closer or farther away. You just want the 2 people covering, you want them to have a slightly different angles. And because Jonathan got that angle, he was able to get that trade. So now, this is a very big decision by Jonathan. He could stay here and just keep covering, but he's going to push up close to put more pressure on the enemy players, so the enemy players are more scared to push out. Because right now, one of his teammates has to get the revive. This player isn't doing anything if he goes for that revive. So Jonathan's going to be the one to go up close to apply pressure. So this stops the enemy team from peeking up over the ridge as easily. And Jonathan almost gets knocked here. Good jukes. Good reaction. That pan blocked a bullet. Gets back. And now they got the revive. Neo sees an opportunity. The enemy team wants to get aggressive now because they have a person shooting at Jonathan. But the enemy team's a little bit too slow, and they never got the revive on this player because he angled out a little bit too far. He got a knock, though, but it got traded. So the positioning of Jonathan's team is just better. Like, it's more structured. So now Jonathan's team has 4 up. The enemy team only has 2 up. Neo, I thought Neo was probably safe behind here, but he was peeking out a little bit. The enemy team gets 1 knockback. 3v2 situation. Now the last player that was covering is pushing down because it's 3v2. And they're in a position to control the fight still to get a revive. Good thing he got the revive or else that player would have burned. And the last person covering that knock was GG's. It was over. Yeah. And yeah. Yeah, that team was finished. It was really well played. Very, very, very controlled pacing. No player on Jonathan's team messed up, really. Every player played their position correctly. No player got knocked for no reason. Their positioning, their decision making was all really good. Like, all 4 players individually, like, did the correct thing in that fight. They reacted correctly to the way the enemy team was playing. So that was really good. It was dope. There's another video where they finished 2nd with 27 kills. Why do people tag this Samsung A3 A5? What does this mean? All right. I'm just watching one video. I'll probably just make that a YouTube video. Yeah, that was a scrim that they played. Yeah, I don't want to watch too many scrim gameplay though. Scrims are scrims. Usually before I wouldn't mind watching scrims, but one thing I learned from being a competitive player for so long, like performance and results in scrims don't always matter. Like good teams will do good in scrims still, but like I think scrims are a little like overrated. Like it's more important how well a team does in a tournament. Analysis on Haster 1v1 TDM battle. I'll watch that. I'll save that for another day. Oh, this was not a scrim. This was an actual tournament. Oh, it says T1 scrims in the title, so I don't know. Jonathan never shares his sensitivity. Pushkar says this is Villager Esports scrims. Okay. Thank you, Pushkar. Is this scrims or is this a tournament? Okay, most everyone's saying it's scrims. Yeah, happy Independence Day for everyone. Okay. We have an hour and 20 minutes until Huya starts. So I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and end the stream, and I'll be back in an hour and 20 minutes. Or I'm gonna just play some solo versus squad. Would you guys want to take a break and come back in an hour and 20 minutes? Or do you guys want me to just stream some solo versus squads? I don't really feel like watching any more videos. Rest and come back, stream, take some rest, stay by the kid Leroy, rest a bit, take a rest. Okay, all right. I'm gonna take a little bit of a rest. I'll be back in an hour for the Huya Cup, the last and final day. So Huya Cup, by the way, is, if you guys don't know, it's a Chinese tournament similar to the tournament we just watched, but this one is it's just all guns. They don't have a melee only round or pan or fist round. So this is let me put on some music. Where's that one album that I like? Here it is. Okay. So this is the Huya Cup. We're on to the last day. We have NVK1, which is Paraboy, Order, and Cat playing on it, along with the streamer. Got TC, PL team, 4AM, PL team. LK Konan, the super cute girl from China that destroyed Paraboy in a 1v1. Dui, Jimmy's team. So a lot of top tier Chinese teams. So if you guys are interested in watching Chinese gameplay, I'll be back in an hour for the final day of the tournament. And it is pretty good action. It's 20 team lobby, by the way. So there's a lot of fighting early on. Like a lot of fighting. Whereas Zeus didn't qualify. RNT won the tournament? Oh, really? Hold on. Wait, the tournament's only 2 games? Wait, it's a 1-day tournament? This is a 1-day tournament? I thought it'd be at least 2 days. Oh, so it's just a show event for 1 day? They could at least make it 2 days. Okay, who won? RNT won? Dang. How close was it? Wow. Jonathan came in 3rd. Yo, that's dope. RNT, Scout, Jonathan. Only 2 games? Only for Independence Day? Okay. Did you watch Orders POV? I did not see Orders POV of the clutch yesterday. Okay. Nice. Okay, well, it's on Final Circle. Gotcha. What happened to the music? Okay. Alright. I'll be back in an hour, guys, for Huya Cup. I hope you guys are here. And everyone get some rest real quick. Go get some food. I'm gonna go get some food. I am hungry. I'm super hungry. Yeah. Be back in an hour. Don't go anywhere. Actually, go somewhere else, but come back in an hour. All right, bye. Oh, happy Independence Day, everyone, if you're here. Okay, bye.